Once upon a time in Halambe village lived a young girl named Nuru. Nuru was as radiant as her name, which meant light in Swahili, and possessed a heart filled with kindness and compassion. Nuru was adored by everyone in the village for her selfless nature and ability to bring joy to those around her. Nuru's family, the Musonis, were known for their generosity and hospitality. They welcomed strangers and travelers with open arms, providing them with food and shelter. This act of kindness earned them respect and admiration of the entire village. Nuru, being the eldest daughter, followed the family footsteps. However, as time went by, Nuru started attracting attention not only for her belongings but also for her striking beauty. Her smile was enchanting and her eyes sparkled like stars in the night sky. Men from the neighboring village began to visit Nuru's village just to catch a glimpse of her. Among these suitors was a young warrior called Simba. Simba was strong and brave and determined to win Nuru's heart. But Nuru, despite acknowledging Simba's admiration, did not share the same feelings with him. Her heart belonged to a humble shepherd named Juma. Unaware of Nuru's love for Juma, Simba's affections grew stronger. One day, unable to bear the pain of unrequited love, Simba decided to take matters of his own hands. He challenged Juma to a wrestling duel, hoping to prove his worthiness as a suitor. Fueled by jealousy, Simba was determined to win Nuru's heart at any cost. The wrestling took place under the scorching sun, and the villagers gathered to witness the showdown between the warrior and the shepherd. The drums echoed in the distance, setting a rhythm of intense battle. Despite his strength and skill, Simba could not defeat Juma, who fought with a ferocity born out of love for Nuru. Nuru, witnessing the crash between the two men, felt overwhelmed with guilt and sadness. She knew that her presence had caused this strife and that her heart belonged solely to Juma. After the wrestling, she approached Simba with tears in her eyes and tenderly explained that her heart had chosen another. Simba, heartbroken and humiliated, he felt the weight of disgrace upon him. In his anger and hurt, he couldn't see beyond his ego, and his judgment clouded. Blinded by rage, he plotted revenge against the village that had once admired him. In the days that followed, the once harmonious village began to experience misfortunes. Crops withered in the fields, well ran dry, and sicknesses plagued the villagers. Rumors spread like wildfire, with some whispering that the village had been cursed due to a wrestling outcome. Nuru, filled with remorse, sought advice from the village elder, Mzee Ouma. Mzee Ouma was a wise and well-respected for his profound connection in nature. He listened to Nuru's tale and sensed the underlying truth behind the villagers' misfortune. Mzee Ouma called for a gathering of the villagers, and under the sacred baobab tree they sat. He revealed the cause of their woes and spoke of jealousy, anger, and revenge, and how these emotions had disrupted the harmony of their village. Mzee Ouma urged the villagers to look within themselves and find forgiveness and understanding. As the villagers contemplated Ouma's words, Nuru stepped forward and took responsibility for her actions. She confessed her role in wrestling between Juma and Simba and asked for forgiveness. Her sincerity moved the villagers and they embraced her with compassion and acceptance. Simba too realized the error of his ways. Touched by Nuru's honesty and forgiveness shown by the villagers, he let go of his grudge and sought to make amends. He offered his help in restoring the villagers' prosperity, and his strength and skills proved invaluable. United again, the villagers worked together to heal the land and restore their community's harmony. They learned the power of forgiveness and understanding, cherishing the memory of their beloved Nuru and embracing her is a symbol of their village resilience. This story teaches us that even in the moment of darkest, the light of unity and understanding could guide us to a bright future ahead. Thank you so much for listening to this wonderful story. I would like you to subscribe to my channel just to support me. And let us meet in my next story.